What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the WDW3 for Thursday. This is Walt, and with this week's episode, we're going to talk about my 3 favorite countries in World Showcase. Of course, World Showcase is over at Epcot. When I was thinking about this week's episode, I had to really think hard on which 3 were going to be my favorite. There are so many great pavilions or countries over at World Showcase, it was not easy narrowing it down to just 3. But I did it, so we're going to get into those 3. But before we do that, I want to go back to last week. Just like we always like to do, we talked about last week on our show, the 3 must-do rides at Walt Disney World. I gave my 3. Asked you guys to put yours out there, what 3 you guys liked. And I had a couple of responses, and I really appreciate that. Theme Park Brews responded that they really enjoy Expedition Everest, of course, over at Animal Kingdom. They said that's their must-do. And, of course, Haunted Mansion as well. I don't blame them. If I had a 4th pick in my top 3... Everest would have been my 4th pick, so I totally get that. So thank you guys, Theme Park Brews. If you haven't tried, go check them out over there on YouTube as well. Of course, Krista Zielinski, who's always a loyal listener and always replies and gives comments, she said that one of the must-dos for her next time she goes is going to be Toy Story Mania. They weren't able to do it last trip they did, so next time out she's going to try Toy Story Mania. And that's another one that is a fantastic ride, so she's definitely going to enjoy that. So to those that did... comment. We really appreciate that, and hope to get more comments as the weeks go on. Now, let's get into this week's show. And again, we're going to do the 3 favorite countries in World Showcase. It took a lot of thinking, a lot of soul searching to do this, but I think I finally got my 3. So let's start at number 3. And for me, number 3 is going to be the United Kingdom. This one, I just love the United Kingdom. I think this pavilion is done really well. The theming is fantastic. I really love it. I mean, you have the cobblestone streets. You have a little quaint little pub they have. You have the sootstone chimneys. It really looks like a little city or a little town that you would see in England Kingdom. It really is cool. They have a wonderful gazebo in the back where artists and acts perform occasionally. That's really nice. The lovely English garden in the back there as well, which is kind of a good place to really take a quiet break if you're trying to take a break from the heat or just take a break from walking for a little while and want to get away from the hustle and bustle. Go back there. It's really kind of quiet back there. They also have replicas of the United Kingdom phone booths, and everybody loves to do that, and it's a great photo op. You could do that there. The stores are fun, and they have plenty of football stuff, soccer stuff for the different teams that they have over there, as well as Doctor Who and Sherlock merchandise for some of their bigger hit shows that they have. It's a great pavilion. I just love it. I love going over there. I love going in the stores. I just think it's just fantastically done well. Love being over there. Food-wise, you have, of course, Yorkshire County Fish Shop. We love the fish and chips there. We think it's awesome. And, of course, you have Rose and Crown as well, which is just fantastic as well. It's kind of their signature over there, and everybody loves that place. Character meet and greet wise, you do actually have a character meet and greet over there, a couple of them. You can meet either Mary Poppins or Alice, so that really makes it kind of a nice pavilion as well. It really is a fun one. We do it all the time. We like to spend time over there, and it's pretty big too. It goes pretty deep in the back there. It's not too shallow and too short of a pavilion. So that's number 3. Now number 2. This one was almost my number 1, but, well, not really. The more I think about it, my number 1 is really my number 1, but this is definitely my number 2. I love this pavilion. It has grown on me over time. It was actually one of the ones I least liked the first couple trips we went to Epcot, but as time has gone on, it has grown on me significantly, and that's Morocco. I love the Morocco pavilion. I think this pavilion is absolutely wonderful and beautiful. And it's really big. This pavilion goes really far back. It is an extremely large pavilion. Beautiful carved plaster buildings topped with green roofs and the winding alleyways that could go on forever. You can get lost back there. You really can. They have all kinds of different alleyways you can go in. It's really nice. They have the flower-filled courtyard. And the stores, they have wonderful stores with everything from fine jewelry to traditional clothing to even camel-boned mirrors. And, of course, the authentic hand-knotted carpets, which, I'll be honest, I want one of those carpets. Every time we go to the Morocco Pavilion and go to Epcot, I always tell my wife I want to buy one of these and bring it home. They're just beautiful, and they're done so well. But the pavilion, it's just great. There's tons of stores to go into. Don't forget the outside bazaar as well. They have one of those. There's just so much to see in this pavilion. It really does go far back, and there's a lot of winding alleyways. You're going to have a good time with it, and there's plenty of places to sit. And again, it's a good place to kind of relax if you're looking for a break. Restaurants-wise, I got to admit, this isn't quite the type of food I'm into. I'm not really a foodie like Melissa is. She would probably be able to comment a little bit better on that. They do have a couple different restaurants there. They have Restaurant Marrakesh, and of course they have another one as well. So if you're into the exotic cuisine from Morocco, it might be a good place to go and try. It does get pretty good reviews. And also from time to time, they do have live performances outside. They used to, of course, for the longest time, have Moroccan, but they've been gone for a while now. And from time to time, they will have a belly dancing type act out there, and that's kind of cool. But one of the other things that kind of stands out for this pavilion to me, and I think this is why these pavilions make my list, is the character meet and greets. And they have a really good one here. Of course, with Morocco, they have a character meet and greet with both Aladdin and Jasmine together, which is really, really nice. It's kind of in the back a little bit in the pavilion, and it's in the, I think it's called the Lamps of Wonder area back there, and it's just fantastic. We love it. It's a little indoor place that you can kind of go in and get out of the heat. It's just great, and the characters are great there, and you really do have a good time with it. But that's my number 2. Number 2, Morocco. Great pavilion. Fantastic time in that pavilion. Really, really big. Lots to see. And I think you guys will really, really, really enjoy it. Now, as for number 1, kind of like Morocco, has grown on me over the years. I think this was one of my least favorite for the longest time. As time has gone on, and the more I've done it, it has become my absolute favorite pavilion to go into. The Mexico Pavilion. This pavilion is absolutely wonderful. Now, on the outside, you see the outdoor restaurant there. The outside, the pre-Columbian pyramid, it's surrounded by the really nice landscaping, and it's really great. But inside is where it really is all about. And this is one of the only pavilions that its main focus for the pavilion is inside. Inside, it's always twilight in there, and it's themed. It's just themed to perfection to me. I think it's absolutely wonderful. You have the smoldering volcano in the back, off in the distance, all the little shops and kiosks all around you in this pavilion, and it's really like any other pavilion out there. The stores have all different types of authentic items like Mexican jewelry, pottery, leather goods, clothing, and more. I actually bought a poncho there last year on our last trip, and I love it. I think it's absolutely warm. It keeps me warm when it's cool outside. I've already worn it a few times, and I've actually had people in our neighborhood that have commented on it and saying, hey, that's really, really nice. Where'd you get that? And I told them, Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. They couldn't believe it. It's really got a lot of great stores, and it's just so much fun. When it comes to food, I'm not really a foodie when it comes to Mexican food. I'm really a meat and potatoes kind of guy, folks, so I can't give you too much information on the food side of things. I will say Melissa loves the La Cantina de San Angel restaurant. That's kind of on the outside. She really loves that place, thinks the food's awesome. Of course, they also have the inside restaurant, or the San Angel Inn, which is a great place to soak in the atmosphere and the scenery while eating authentic cuisine from Mexico. I've kind of gotten hit and miss reviews on that place, though, so kind of try that at your own risk. They have plenty of authentic places to eat as well. It's just fantastic. I love this pavilion. But what puts it over the top for me, the attraction that they have in this place. I already love the pavilion and everything about it, but the attraction that they have just helps to make the pavilion my favorite, and that's because they have a Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. This ride is awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's a water ride, kind of like Splash Mountain, but no drops. And the ride's a water ride that just like I said, it's just fantastic. The whole ride's filled with awesome visuals, funny moments, all while trying to find Donald Duck, who's kind of lost, and the other two caballeros are trying to find him. But the music's great, lots of great stuff to see. It's just an awesome little ride. And again, it's another way to kind of sit back, relax, put your feet up for a little bit, take a deep breath, but still being entertained at the same time. I love the Mexico Pavilion, United Kingdom, Morocco. All three of these pavilions are just unique in their own way, and they're my favorites. They're the ones that I really have to see every time I go. I just think they're fantastic, and if you haven't tried them, make sure you try them. That's my 3 favorite countries in World Showcase. Now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what 3 you like. Which ones are the ones that you find to be the best ones out there? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, we also ask that you please go out there and subscribe to our channel. Just hit that little mouse talk down there in the bottom right-hand corner. If you kind of hover over that, you'll see the subscribe button. We'd love for you to do that. Also, if you did like this video, please go out there and give us a thumbs up. And also share the video with your friends. Looking to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting there. Not quite there yet, but we're hoping to get there soon. I definitely want you guys to like and share as well. But with that, that's going to do it for this week's video. Hope you guys liked it. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. Till next week, we hope you take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.